Hey y'all, how's it going? I know it's been some time since the last time we talked to each other. So recently I just got back to New York City from a 6-month travel. I find one thing that will actually freak me out is when I don't follow my schedule, when I don't wake up early enough to get the productivity day ready, when I do not do this type of workout that's supposed to be on my schedule. It feels like if you're not waking up early enough at like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. in the morning and jump right into that class, and followed by a 17-minute sauna where you listen to like Andrew Human for like 3x speed, then open your fridge, take that 28 supplement capsules, followed by drinking a bulletproof coffee underneath the fancy red light therapy system that you're still paying installment on because they're just so damn expensive. Well, obviously I am being sarcastic, which is how I operate about 50% of the time, but it sets the context for this video. So today I actually want to share about why trying to stick very closely and strictly to your plan is actually bad for you. So let's just talk about, like a chit-chat talk, what scenarios when we are doing this type of over-optimizing when it's bad. So I know you would ask me, what is the concept for over-optimization? So it's kind of a habit which intended to, in every scenario, maximize productivity and efficiency. But sometimes it can definitely lead to counterproductive outcomes. So striving for a highly regimented and optimized lifestyle might initially seem beneficial, but later in the days, it can become a burden. It does have side effects on mental health, relationship, creativity, and overall well-being. And I remember very clearly there was a podcast by Alex Hormozi when he talked about, he really, not despite, but he really kind of like not afraid of people who always do this over-optimizing, because he knows these people are weak, because if these people, they do not do the daily routines or all the things on the checklist, then they automatically get defeated and they sort of automatically get eliminated, right? So in order for you to own your life and not be owned by these so-called habits or routines, let's just talk about some of the scenarios where over-optimizing might destroy your life. So in the first perspective, I think being sticky to your plan too strictly would actually diminish what we call flexibility and spontaneity. What does that even mean? Because everything is step by step, is schedule by schedule. Over-optimization can lead to a rigid structure that lacks flexibility. And we know that life is inherently unpredictable. An overly strict schedule leaves little room for spontaneous opportunities for us to adapt to the unexpected changes, or just to be creative or have a little leeway to cope with some unexpected scenarios. So if we have to stick with something, this kind of like rigidity can result in a missed personal and professional opportunities when it could be actually beneficial or enriching. I remember when I was reading this book, Essentialism by Greg McKeown, he talked about this concept called buffering. So let's say we have to finish this task by next month, then why don't you give yourself a little more of a time, to start it a little sooner than, when the deadline has to hit. So this buffer time is not strictly listed on your calendar, but it's something like ready in your mind to prepare something early ahead of the time, to allow yourself to digest and take in all the information you have in your background, and to make proactive instead of reactive, operations or motions in the next step. Because we know when everything is set up, our mind would actually face these tasks pretty reactively. It's not really in a proactive way. So I would say that will be the first scenario when over-optimizing is actually quite harmful. So if you wonder what it means by over-optimizing and how we can actually prohibit us from doing it, so I would say today's video is an outcome of me being not sticking to my plan. I always stick to my plan. I'm supposed to prepare for my courseware for the tax, financial literacy stuff that I have to teach. But I decided to do this video in terms of, addressing a point that I really have to express, and also something that would be beneficial for later in myself, because I know when I watch this video later in the days, it actually reminds me of all these had heated days where I feel quite stressed of not finishing or accomplishing my tasks, like, during the daytime. Think about some scenarios that actually adapt your own circumstances where you feel like you're supposed to do something, but you choose rest instead. But when you are resting, when you're taking a walk, when you are close to nature, when you're taking a hot shower or bath, you have some great idea that just comes into your mind that can solve a very important problem. And that is the 5% of the time that you spend on some leisure time and what we call the boring time, where that can give you the 95% of the result, because it is a way of deep thinking and critical thinking. I do think over-optimizing can cause a deep level of anxiety. Attempting to adhere to a very highly optimized and strict schedule can definitely make us quite nervous. For example, what if you wake up like not feeling productive, but you have like a whole bucket list of things that you have to do? So there's always some unseen, uncontrollable circumstances that would disrupt the plan. So the pressure to constantly perform at a very optimized level is like a robot level, can lead to a fear of failure over, minor deviations like sleep quality, if somebody's interrupting your planned family dropping by, or your dog need to visit the vet. So as a result, it will negatively impact the mental health. And the third scenario, especially for me, I think will reduce the creativity. So I would say that creativity only or often thrives in an environment that allow a space for freedom, exploration, and unstructured time. Over-optimizing, we usually prioritize it, efficiency and productivity in the very top list. That can actually stifle creative thinking and innovation. So let's say whenever our brain needs a downtime to process information in an innovative way, an overly scheduled life can largely disrupt this process. The fourth scenario would be the loss of enjoyment and presence. Let's picture this. When you actually think about your plan, it can cause individuals to constantly focus on the next task or goal to be accomplished, to be ticked, rather than enjoying the present moment while it's flowing, when it's ongoing. This perpetual forward-looking mindset can diminish the ability to find joy in the current moment, in the current present experiences, and it can harmfully, destroy our appreciation for life's simple gratitude and pleasures. Number 5 is literally, I would say, over-optimization can cause a decreased overall well-being. So the pursuit of excessively optimized life can lead to a decrease in overall well-being. So chronically speaking, we're talking about, in every aspect of life can overshadow the importance of relaxation, the leisure, self-care, and leading to a burnout, but yet still unsatisfied with life. So if you're like me, while you're striving for improvement and efficiency in various aspects of life, is commendable, especially you live in a busy city, like a metropolitan city like New York City. It's very crucial to maintain a balance. Flexibility, rest, creativity, and social interactions are just as important as fulfilling life as, what we call productivity and optimization. So finding a middle ground is easier said to be done, but it allows it for our brain to relax, to grow unconsciously, and we can actually achieve efficiency without sacrificing our well-being and the current moment happiness.